This is not a career pep talk. This is leadership training for your identity and your assignment. My real love is people like you who decided to come for calibration, not entertainment. We are here for one reason: to separate what you paid to do from what you were born to do. Write this down. Confusion here is costly. Confusion between job and work is the root of your career anxiety, your Sunday night panic, and your Monday morning misery. Tonight, we end confusion. You are not an accident. You are an assignment. God told Jeremiah, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1-5, that means purpose preceded your paycheck. Genesis 1:26 says, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion. The Hebrew word there is rada, assigned to rule, to manage, to lead by design. You were pre-wired for deployment, not merely employment. Write this down. Your job is what they pay you to do. Your work is what you were born to do. Your job is temporary. Your work is permanent. Your job changes with seasons. Your work survives recessions, resignations, and retirements. Jobs can be cut. Work cannot be fired. When you confuse them, you sell your birthright for benefits. Say it with me, slowly, like you are reprogramming your hard drive. My job pays me. My work defines me. Again, louder, until your fear can hear you. My job pays me. My work defines me. What did I say? My job pays me. My work defines me. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23-7. We're changing the heart code tonight. Here's the core question on the table. How do I know the difference between what I'm paid to do and what I was born to do? Good, because by the time we finish, you'll have instant clarity. I'm going to give you a 10-point diagnostic. You can run on any activity, any offer, any opportunity, and I will also tell you a story you will not forget, because when they fire you, if they ever try, your gift will walk out with you. And hear this, we will measure your leadership by fruit, not titles. Jesus said, by their fruit you shall know them, Matthew 7:16. Not by their badge, not by their followers, by fruit. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Tonight we stop tolerating the slavery of titles. Write this down. Titles are rented, fruit is owned. This room is for people who are tired of performing and ready to produce. Vision is more important than leadership, because vision births authentic leadership. Over the next moments, we will separate noise from name, crowd from calling, salary from significance. Say it one more time like a decree over your next 90 days. My job pays me. My work defines me. Now we can begin. Identity precedes activity. Purpose precedes paycheck. Write this down. You are not an accident. You are an assignment. God told Jeremiah, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. Jeremiah 1-5. That means you were appointed before you applied. Heaven signed your deployment order before HR learned your name. Until identity is settled, your job will manage you. Your work will remain undiscovered. That's why you feel owned by your calendar, because you haven't yet owned your calling. Tonight we end that. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Stop tolerating confusion about who you are. Say it with me. I am not an accident. I am an assignment. Louder, like you were canceling a lifetime subscription to other people's opinions. I am not an accident. I am an assignment. I am not an assignment. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23-7. Identity is a heart code, not a hashtag. If the heart is unsure, the hands get busy with anything. Busyness is the mask worn by the insecure. Purpose is the focus of the secure. Write this down. If you don't know who you are, someone will employ you to serve who they are. That's why they decide your hours, your worth, your holidays, and you keep asking for permission to live no more. I am not speaking to the crowd tonight. Jesus didn't trust crowds. He fed them, then dismissed them. He turned to the few and said, who do you say I am? Matthew 16:15. Identity questions are never asked to the masses. They are reserved for the committed. My real love is people like you who say, I am ready for calibration, not entertainment. Entertainment confirms your feelings. Transformation confronts your identity. Write this down. Clarity is a confrontation before it becomes a comfort. Ephesians 2:10 declares, for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand. The Greek word for workmanship is poema, masterpiece, a crafted poem. You are a composed intention, not a coincidence. That means there are works already prepared with your name on them, waiting for you to stop editing yourself and start expressing yourself. If you don't settle identity, you will keep auditioning for rooms you were born to own. If you don't settle identity, titles will seduce you and fruit will embarrass you. Write this down. Fruit is identity made visible. Decide now to meet the person you were designed to be. Not tomorrow, now. Say, I will meet me again. I will meet me. How do you meet you? You end toleration. You stop answering the labels that pay you but don't define you. You retire from impressing people who do not intend to understand you. You submit to the manufacturer's original blueprint. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion. Genesis 1:26. Image is identity. Likeness is nature. Dominion is function. Get the order right. Identity first. Nature second. Function third. When you reverse it, function before identity, you become a performer, not a leader. Write this final line on your mirror. Until I know who I am, I cannot know what to do. You are not an accident. You are an assignment. Tonight, sign for your package. Open it, wear it, and let your job serve your work, not your work serve your job. Now we go back to the manufacturer's beginning, because purpose is never discovered forward, it is recovered backward. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion. Genesis 1:26. Write this down. God declared function before he formed the frame. Assignment preceded anatomy. In Genesis 1, he announced dominion. In Genesis 2, he sculpted dust. That means the reason existed before the resource, and the work existed before the wage. You were designed for rulership by design, not for ownership by employment. Vision is more important than leadership. Why? Because leadership without destination is management of motion. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. Vision answers why. Leadership only organizes how. Most people are exhausted not because the road is long, but because the trip has no address. Write this down. Until you see where your gift belongs, you will lend your life to anybody who offers a paycheck. Work is the seed of your gift expressed. Job is a channel of income. A seed carries a tree. A job carries a check. A seed contains a forest. A check contains last month's rent. Don't confuse carrier with content. In Hebrew, avoda means work, worship, service, same root. That's why God placed the man to work it and keep it. Genesis 2:15, before there was a payroll, because work is sacred expression, not servile slavery. Your job is a river. Your work is the spring. Provision follows purpose. Money follows value delivered by your gift. Jesus said, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Matthew 6:33. Added means attracted. You don't chase what is designed to chase you. Write this down. If you deliver consistent fruit, finances become a byproduct, not a prayer point. From Genesis to the gig, your employer is a platform, not a parent. Your future is hidden in your gift, not in your employer's plan. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Proverbs 18:16. Gifts open rooms. HR opens files. I am not against files. I'm telling you not to live in one. Expand until your gift requires its own address. Say it with me. I was designed to deploy a gift, not to be owned by employment. Again, louder, until your fear resigns. I was designed to deploy a gift, not to be owned by employment. Write this down. Fruit is your resume. Purpose is your compass. Vision is your speed limit remover. Begin to work your seed. The world is waiting on your deployment. Start where you are. Use what you have. Prove value daily and multiply diligently without permission. Employment is when they pay you to perform a role inside their vision. Deployment is when you serve your gift to the world inside your vision. Write this down. Never confuse your job description with your life assignment. Your employer writes tasks. Your creator wrote purpose. Your job is a schedule. Your work is a signature. One is a contract on paper. The other is a covenant with your design. When you are employed, they rent your time. When you are deployed, you invest your gift, for we are his workmanship. Ephesians 2:10. Workmanship is deployed, not warehoused. If you're not careful, you will spend a life being paid to ignore what you were born to deliver. Say it with me. My job is a role. My work is my gift. Again, with conviction, my job is a role. My work is my gift. Jesus said, by their fruits you shall know them. Matthew 7:16. Not by their job title, not by their badge. Fruit is the visible evidence of invisible design. Write this down. Leaders don't chase followers. Fruit attracts followers. Apples don't advertise to birds. Value announces itself. John 15:8. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit. God is not glorified by your title. He is glorified by your evidence. Employment asks, can you fill this seat? Deployment asks, can your gift fill this need? Employment measures hours. Deployment measures impact. Employment gives benefits. Deployment gives beneficiaries. What did I say? Fruit over badges. Purpose over posting. Vision over vanity. This is why vision is more important than leadership, because leadership without vision becomes a career of busy tasks with no assignment. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. If you think like an employee about your identity, you will treat your gift like a side hustle. If you think like a deployed steward, you will treat your job like a platform to prove value. Write this down. If they fire you, your job ends. If they fire you, your gift goes with you. That's why I'm not afraid of HR letters. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Proverbs 18:16. Gifts make rooms. Jobs rent cubicles. When a door closes on employment, deployment looks for a window of service and climbs through. You can put me out of your company, but you cannot evict my assignment. I carry my room maker inside me. So here is the reframe. Keep the job, but deploy the work. Use their vision as a vehicle while you drive your assignment toward needs they haven't seen yet. Serve like Joseph, managing Pharaoh's house with a dream from God. Genesis 39. So your fruit forces promotion that titles can't fabricate. Say it with me one last time, like a decree over your next 90 days. My job is what they pay me to do. My work is what I was born to do. Now work your gift until your fruit becomes your address. Now we reset the engine that drives all of this. Your mind. Write this down. Leadership is 80% mentality and 20% skill. The lion is not the tallest in the jungle, not the heaviest, not the smartest. The elephant outweighs the lion by tons, and yet when the lion sees the elephant, he says lunch. When the elephant sees the lion, he says run. Same environment, different belief. Your eyes say, that's an elephant. Your belief says, that's lunch. The difference is attitude. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Heart there means the subconscious governor, the belief system that sets capacity. Write this down. Belief sets your boundary. Skill lives inside belief. Paul says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Not by a new job, not by a new boss, by a new mind. You can change chairs and keep the same chains if your belief system remains unemployed. This is why some of you have moved companies and carry the same ceiling with you, because the ceiling is inside. Culture posts, signs, but your design sets capacity. Look at your car. The speed limit on the road may say 45, but your speedometer might read 160. Which defines potential? The manufacturer's dial, not society's sign. Write this down. Never let cultural limits become your personal license. Vision from the manufacturer determines your capacity. Social agreements only attempt to manage it. Let me bring it home to your desk. If you enter your job thinking, I am my position, you will act like a title and await instruction. If you enter declaring, I am my gift, you will scan for needs, deliver value, and make the room dependent on your fruit. Say it with me, I am not my position, I am my gift. Again, with the lion rising in your chest, I am not my position, I am my gift. The righteous are bold as a lion. Proverbs 28:1. Boldness is not noise, it is belief behaving. Gideon hid in a wine press threshing wheat. Employed by fear and managed by culture, God ignored his resume and addressed his belief. The Lord is with you, you mighty man of valor. Go in, this your might. Judges 6:12-14. What might? The one buried under tolerated thinking. He didn't get bigger arms. He got a bigger attitude aligned with heaven. When belief changed, assignment expanded. Write this down. Change your belief and you change your leadership and your relationship to work. The lion doesn't request permission to be king. He believes he is responsible for the jungle. Starting now, stop asking how big the elephant is and start asking how strong your conviction is. Calibrate your speedometer to the manufacturer's intent and let your gift drive. Now retest the engine. Test all things. Hold fast what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Jesus said, by their fruits you shall know them. Matthew 7:16. Not by feelings, not by followers, by fruit. Write this down. Clarity comes when you measure alignment, not just income. We are going to run a 10-point diagnostic on every activity in your life. Score each item yes or no. Be brutal. The truth will set you free, but it will offend your excuses first. Number one, if they can fire me from it, is it my work or only my job? If your honest answer is yes, they can stop me, then mark no for work. If your answer is they can fire me, but they cannot stop this from flowing through me, mark yes, your gift is unfireable. Number two, do I lose track of time doing it and still feel energized afterward? If fatigue leaves and fulfillment arrives, that's a yes. If you watch the clock like a prisoner, that's a no. Number three, do people seek me out for this without my title being mentioned? Fruit attracts. If your inbox calls your name before your badge does, mark yes. Number four, would I do this for free if money was solved, and can I monetize the fruit ethically? Passion plus market value equals sustainability. If both are true, yes. If either fails, no. Number five, does it consistently solve a real problem for others? Testimony is data. If outcomes appear and reappear, yes. If compliments replace change, no. Number six, do results follow me across roles and companies? If your outcomes travel with you like a shadow, that's a yes. If they vanish when the brand name changes, no. Number seven, can I teach it, systemize it, or reproduce it in others? What you have heard from me, entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. 2 Timothy 2:2. If you can multiply it, mark yes. If it dies with you, no. Number 8, does it make me bold, not anxious when opportunities appear? The righteous are bold as a lion, Proverbs 28:1. If invitations awaken courage rather than dread, yes. Number 9, does it attract resources? People request referrals toward me. A man's gift makes room for him, Proverbs 18:16. If doors open without you kicking, mark yes. Number 10, if my job ended today, would this still travel with me? If the answer is yes, that's work. If no, that's employment. Now, interpret. If you scored 8 to 10, yes, you have identified your core work, got it, schedule it, and let your job serve it. If you scored 5 to 7, yes, you are staring at emerging work. Invest, prototype, and prove more fruit in the next 90 days. If you scored fewer than 5, you are misaligned. Don't panic, repent, change your mind, reassign your time. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Whatever you tolerate, you will never change. Say it with me. I measure alignment, not just income. Again, fruit leads my future. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit. John 15:8. Starting tonight, run this diagnostic on your calendar, your meetings, your projects, your so-called opportunities. Keep only what scores toward your assignment. Your gift is your compass. Let fruit be your map. We just measured alignment. Now let me put a picture in your mind that will cancel confusion forever. Who's the leader in a car? No one. And everyone, write this down. Leadership is not rank, it is function. The car moves because each part leads in its area. The engine leads combustion. The battery leads ignition. The tire leads traction. The $4 terminal wire leads connection. Remove one and progress stops. I have seen a luxury car silenced by a $4 wire. A $4 failure can immobilize a $40,000 machine. Value is contextual. Leadership is functional. At 70 miles an hour on a dry highway, the engine seems king. In a storm, the tire becomes prime minister. At night, the headlamp is commander. In winter, the battery is president. Importance changes with conditions, but leadership remains the same principle. Each part leads by serving its designed function to the need of the moment. Write this down. Everyone is a leader in their area of functioning. Now you are the body of Christ, and members in particular. 1 Corinthians 12:27. Paul says, if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? The eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you. 1 Corinthians 12:17-21. Translation, stop despising your lane and start deploying your gift. Some of you are covering the steering wheel because it looks public while your alternator is saving the journey in silence. Stop it. You shall not covet. Exodus 20:17. Coveting keeps you out of your assignment and makes you a counterfeit in someone else's. Write this down. The problem your gift is assigned to solve determines your leadership. Find a need your design was crafted to meet and lead there without apology. Fruit, not title, validates leadership. Jesus said, by their fruits you shall know them, Matthew 7:16. Not by their seat, not by their signature, by their solutions. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. Luke 16:10. If your $4 wire solves a $40,000 problem, you are a leader by fruit. If your badge cannot move the car, your title is a bumper sticker on a dead battery. Write this down. Lead in your function. Value flows where gift meets need. Don't chase the microphone if your gift is talk. Don't audition for the windshield if you were born a tire. The trip requires you. The room needs you. The future waits for you to stop introducing yourself by title and start proving yourself by outcome. Say it with me. I lead in my function. Value flows where my gift meets a need. Again, like you're plugging the wire back in. I lead in my function. Value flows where my gift meets a need. This week, identify the one function where your presence consistently turns problems into progress. Double that function. Serve it to your team, your clients, your city. When you deploy your design, the whole car moves. Who's the leader in the car? No one. And everyone, be the part you were born to be and move us all forward. Let me prove it with a story. A manager, let's call him Michael, walked into a Friday quick meeting and left with a cardboard box. Title gone, badge surrendered. Email deactivated before lunch. Panic set in. On the drive home, he felt naked, not because he lost income, but because his identity was stitched to a nameplate. He told me later, Doc, I couldn't hear anything but the silence of my phone. That silence exposed the truth. He had confused role with reason. But listen, he sat in his car, wiped his face, and remembered one line from a night like this. If they fire you, your gift goes with you. He went home and did what I'm telling you to do. He pulled a legal pad and wrote down everything he solved repeatedly, not tasks, problems. He wrote, I turn chaos into flow. I design processes that cut waste. I align teams around bottlenecks. I reduce cycle time. I make vendors play nice. He listed outcomes. Cut order lead time 22% in 2 quarters. Reduce returns 31% by redesigning routing. Train 3 departments to use 1 dashboard. Write this down. Fruit is your autobiography. Then he asked, who benefited the most from this? He circled 3 vendors and 2 internal clients who had sent him thank you emails, evidence, not compliments. By their fruits you shall know them, Matthew 7:16. On Monday, he called one former vendor. No resume, no begging, just value. You remember the backlog we cleared? I can do that for you directly. Give me your numbers. They sent data by Tuesday. By Thursday, he presented a new flow model. By Friday, they wired his first consulting retainer. Same gift, new container. He texted me, Doc, it's the same me without the badge. I replied with scripture. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Proverbs 18:16. Not a man's title, a man's gift. 30 days later, Michael had 3 clients. He wasn't posting selfies. He was sending reports. One client shaved 5 days off their fulfillment window. Another dropped error rates below 2% for the first time in their history. The third moved from quarterly losses to break even with a plan to hit profit in 60 days. Same outcomes, higher value, more autonomy. He chose who to serve, when to serve, and how to price because fruit gave him authority. He told me, I sleep better. I pray with strategy, not anxiety. I spend mornings on design, afternoons on delivery, and evenings with my kids. That's leadership by gift, not slavery to a calendar. Write this down. Security is in your seed, not your salary. Joseph's gift traveled from pit to Potiphar to prison to palace. The rooms changed, but the Lord was with Joseph, and whatever he did, the Lord made it prosper. Genesis 39 to 2, 3, 23. You can put me out of your company, but you cannot evict my assignment. Say it with me. My gift is portable, bankable, and unstoppable. Again, like you're canceling fear. My gift is portable, bankable, and unstoppable. What did I say? Fruit over titles. Deploy your seed. The world is waiting on your evidence. Now we remove the speed signs. Cultural limits look official because they are printed on family expectations, HR bans, titles, and trends. Your aunt said, play it safe. HR said, you've reached the top of the band. The org chart said, wait your turn. Trend said, pivot to what's popular. Those are signs, not your speed. Write this down. Whatever you tolerate, you will never change. Some of you have framed your limits and called it wisdom. It's not wisdom, it's agreement with average. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23 to 7. Your heart signed what the crowd announced. Tonight, we revoke signatures your gift never gave. Let me give you the Autobahn moment. Years ago, I drove in Germany. No posted limit on that stretch. My Bahamas brain kept hearing 45, 60, 70. I eased to 80. The car asked for more. I gave it 100, stable, smooth. E by Usher. The road kept inviting. 140. Nothing exploded. 160. The machine was built for it. I passed 170 and started laughing out loud because there was life after my posted limit. Write this down. Your gift was engineered by the manufacturer, not by your neighborhood's caution signs. The speed limit was someone else's comfort, not your capacity. Enlarge the place of your tent, lengthen your cords, and strengthen your stakes. Isaiah 54 to 2. That's God telling you to remove artificial boundaries and reinforce true structure. Apply it. Family expectations are speed signs. Honor them. Don't obey them when they contradict design. HR pay bands are speed signs. Respect them. Don't worship them. Build parallel value streams your gift can serve. Titles are speed signs. Wear them lightly. Do not let a noun edit your nature. Trends are speed signs. Observe them. Don't be discipled by them. Fruit outlasts fashion. Write this down. Most limits are social agreements your gift never signed. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ has made us free. Galatians 5 to 1. Freedom is not recklessness. It's rightful operation at design capacity. So how do we break the science without crashing the car? Micro experiments, 7-day sprints. For the next week, choose one function your fruit keeps proving. Day 1, offer. Present a precise solution to 3 people who already know your results. No resume, just outcomes. Day 2 to 4, solve. Deliver a contained result, a 1-page redesign, a 2-hour training, a prototype, a clean process. Day 5, document fruit. Capture before and after metrics, testimonies, screenshots, time saved, errors reduce evidence, not adjectives. Day 6, debrief and price. Calculate the value you created. Decide what that fruit is worth next time. Day 7, publish quietly. Send a 1-paragraph case note to 5 potential beneficiaries. By their fruits you shall know them. Matthew 7:16. Not by their plans, by their proofs. Say it with me. I refuse to live by limits my gift did not sign. Again, like you are tearing down a sign with your voice. I refuse to live by limits my gift did not sign. One more time. for your future to hear it. I refuse to live by limits my gift did not sign. Write this down. Leadership is born when toleration ends. End your agreement with smallness. If the Son makes you free, you shall be free indeed, John 8:36. Drive at design speed. Use 7-day sprints to locate fear, upgrade belief, and gather evidence. Then repeat until your fruit recalibrates everyone else's signs. Now redesign your 90-day deployment plan. Write this down. Deployment is a plan, not a plunge. Prove fruit, then follow it. Write the vision and make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2. Plain means specific, measurable, and repeatable. Step 1. Define one problem your gift solves and one person you solve it for. Name the pain and the person. Fill this in tonight. I solve specific problem for specific person so they can specific result in specific time frame. If you cannot say it, you cannot sell it. A man's gift makes room for him. Proverbs 18:16. Rooms open for clarity, not confusion. Step 2, codify your method. Fruit must be reproducible. Reduce your magic to 3-5 clear steps. Diagnose, design, deliver, debrief, decide. That could be your model. Or assess, align, activate. The words don't matter. The sequence does. Write this down. Method turns charisma into curriculum, and curriculum turns moments into movement. Jesus taught in patterns. First the blade, then the head. After that, the full grain. Mark 4:28. Order produces outcome. Step 3. Build a minimum viable service or product around that method. One page, one tool, one workshop, one tiny transformation. Don't build a castle, construct a door, promise one outcome, deliver it fast, test all things, hold fast what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Step 4. Pilot with 3 clients in 30 days. Not someday, 30 days. Call people who already tasted your fruit. No resume results. Set baselines. Deliver the method. Document before and after. Capture metrics and testimonies, evidence, not adjectives. By their fruits you shall know them. Matthew 7:16. Step 5. Price by value, not hours. Hours are cheap. Transformation is treasure. If your method saves the company $100,000, your price can honor 10-20% of that value. If your method gives a parent 2 hours daily, price the life they redeem, not the time you spend. The laborer is worthy of his wages. Luke 10:7. Write this down. Price your promise. Invoice your proof. Non-negotiable rhythm. Block 6 focus hours weekly for deployment. 2 3-hour blocks guarded like surgery. Phones off, door closed. Deliver your method. Document fruit. Refine price. Redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:16. Time is the incubator of kings. Design exit ramps, not leaps. Which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost? Luke 14:28. As fruit increases, adjust employment. First ramp, shift 1 meeting to results only and buy back an hour. Second ramp, negotiate a 4-day week or project scope. Third ramp, replace 25% of your salary with client revenue, then 50%, then 75%. When fruit funds the future, follow fruit. Say it with me. I deploy by plan, not by panic. Again, I prove fruit, then I follow it. Be fruitful first, Genesis 1:28. Then multiply what works. 90 days from now, your gift will have a name, a method, a price, and a trail of evidence. Now move. Say it with me. Like a decree that reshapes your tomorrow. My job pays me. My work defines me. I deploy my gift. The world needs me. Again, with authority. My job pays me. My work defines me. I deploy my gift. The world needs me. You are not an accident. You are an assignment. Write this down. Begin today. Speak your identity. Act your gift. And let fruit lead your future. Jesus said, by their fruits you shall know them. Matthew 7:16. Not by their intentions, not by their excitement, by their evidence. Here is your immediate move. In the next 48 hours, complete the checklist, every line. Don't negotiate with your excuses. Pick one problem your gift solves for one person who already tasted your fruit. Make one offer clear, ethical, measurable. 1, not 10, 1. Where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Proverbs 29-18. Write this down. Vision governs decisions. Fruit validates direction. Let vision choose the problem. Let fruit confirm the path. Stop praying, only be active. Pray like a farmer prays. Seed in the ground, hands on the plow, eyes on the weather. Faith without works is dead, James 2:17. Plant the seed this week, your offer. Water it with consistency, your delivery rhythm. Weed it with focus. Say no to distractions that don't serve assignment. Sun it with testimony. Document outcomes so your fruit keeps growing. God said first, be fruitful, Genesis 1:28. Then multiply. Write this down. Multiplication is the reward of proven fruit. Commitments now. No more toleration. Whatever you tolerate, you will never change. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Every week for the next 12 weeks, track fruit, 1 page, date, who you serve, problem solved, method used, before and after metrics, testimony captured, price adjusted, direction inferred. If the fruit grows in a lane, increase time there. If the fruit is thin, refine the method or release the activity. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit. John 15:8. The Father is not glorified by your busyness. He is glorified by your increase. Decree these with me. I choose vision over vanity. I choose deployment over distraction. I choose fruit over fame. I will measure alignment, not just income. I will let results lead my next step. I will not apologize for my design. I will not worship titles. I will deliver value. A man's gift makes room for him. Proverbs 18:16. My room is opening as I serve. Write this down. The next 48 hours set your trajectory. The next 90 days prove your direction. Complete the checklist. Pick one problem. Make one offer. Track the fruit. Adjust by evidence. Repeat. Commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. Proverbs 16:3. Say it one last time. Like a seal on your spirit. My job pays me. My work defines me. I deploy my gift. The world needs me. Now go in the strength you have and let your fruit speak